Tonight, an environmental nonprofit says Florida could be facing a manatee extinction crisis. Thanks for staying with us. I'm Patrick Nolan.
And I'm Jane Monreal. The group Public Employees for Environmental Responsibility, also known as PEER, has been tracking more than 300 manatee deaths this year alone. And for the majority of them, the cause of death wasn't even recorded.
Our colleague Rob Manch has been speaking with the group's executive director. He joins us live from the bank of the beautiful Caloosahatchee River. Nice sunset. If I were a manatee, I'd want to be in that water, Rob.
Well, Patrick, the nonprofit PEER calls the more than 300 manatee deaths in just the first 2 months of 2021, quote, unprecedented. And they're not the only ones concerned. I spoke with a man who does manatee tours right here in the Fort Myers area who says those numbers should concern anyone involved in Florida tourism. This is video Tim Martell shot himself while out on one of his excursions.
Millions of people come to Florida every year with the hopes of seeing a manatee. They bring in a great deal of tourism dollars.
Martell has helped many of those people turn that hope into a reality.
People see a manatee, they are just set back and put into a state of awe. You know, they are such large, amazing, powerful animals.
But Tim Whitehouse with Public Employees for Environmental Responsibility says those animals may be in more danger than ever.
Florida may be moving into a manatee's extinction crisis.
Whitehouse says more than 300 manatees have been killed in 2021 alone. That's more than half the manatees that were killed all of last year. And what's worse, he says for the majority of them, the FWC doesn't know why they died because the agency didn't perform a necropsy.
Without necropsies, the state will have less data and they'll have more difficulty responding to the causes of death.
FWC data shows on a usual year, about 65 manatees die without a necropsy. But last year, that jumped to 212, and in the first 2 months of this year, it's over 200 again.
We need to put the resources towards saving these iconic mammals because they have value in and of themselves.
Martell agrees, and not just because his business relies on manatees.
They're worth keeping around. They are an animal that is certainly worth saving.
Now, I did reach out to the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, and it couldn't tell me why more necropsies are being conducted on manatees, but what it could tell me was that it is seeing a higher than normal amount of manatees killed this year along Florida's Atlantic coast. In Fort Myers, Rob Manch, Fox 4.